welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I am, as you can see, playing some Celeste. I'm doing some what I would call very casual any percent, but getting slightly less casual. Um, I am quite committed to a sub-hour time at this point. It's still casual. Oops, sorry. It's still casual in the sense that I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't researched any strategies. I haven't watched anyone else play it, and therefore I don't know what I'm doing. But I am actively aiming for a sub-hour time. And as you can see, my current PB achieved last night was off by about 22 seconds. So I'm feeling close. I don't know that I'll achieve that right now. I'm only going to attempt one run right now, just sneaking it in before dinner. But let's see how it goes. I've gotten to the point where I'm not getting flustered too much. Every once in a while something happens that makes me really annoyed at myself. But by and large, I'm really just having fun. The big change that I made is that I stopped starting over. I just realized that that's part of what I don't like about, like, why I've never gotten into speedrunning before, is that I really don't like the feeling of, like, failing and immediately starting over. Oop, well, I died. Speaking of, I'm gonna, that's an exception. I wasn't paying attention, and I died on the prologue. I'm gonna start over there. That one doesn't count for anything. But in general, I won't die. I won't start over just because I get a couple deaths in chapter 1 or anything like that. Whether I get a personal best or not, I just want to play. It's a lot more fun for me that way. Almost did the same thing again, by the way. We can do this. I doubt I'll get a sub-hour. I had a really good, by my standards, run last night. My reflection was amazing, again, by my standards. I don't know if I could replicate that without some more practice, but one never does know until one tries. All of that was ugly as heck. I don't know if that's any faster or not, but I'm going to try it that way because it worked that way that time. It's probably slower when I think about it, but it's in the past. Okay, well those spikes really were up in my grill. Should probably have died, but I don't complain about things where I should have died and didn't. I only complain about things where I shouldn't have died and did. The one thing that's kind of a problem in my brain right now is that I really am focused on like seconds, which I'm not good enough to be focused on seconds, but since my last run I only missed sub-hour by 22 seconds, I feel like I'm paying attention to like, oh, did I save any time there? And I think that's going to psych me out quite a bit on some parts. Try to temper that. That being said, my chapter 1 was 8 seconds faster than the run I did yesterday, so... I don't know which way is faster. Obviously the way I did it, where I didn't commit and tried both, is the slowest, but I don't know if going up there is faster than going diagonal there right away. Okay, well that was really bad. Okay, well I'm skipping the skip there because lots of things went wrong there. Oops. So that's the way to do that part smoothly. I don't know why I ever tried to go up there. See, I think I'm a good 15 or 20 seconds ahead of my time yesterday. Doesn't mean a whole ton yet. But my run yesterday had some very early deaths. I think I died like 5 times between the first 2 chapters. So I'm definitely off to a better start. That's worth celebrating, even if it doesn't mean much yet. A little ugly, but hey, I didn't die. I could have been faster there, but I didn't. I only did half of my strategy. And this time I just kind of went horrible, but I don't think I actually lost any time because I usually end up standing on that platform and waiting for a second before jumping. And that time I was able to go right away, so I think time-wise that balanced out. surprisingly. Ooh, that was close. What am I going to do? I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to not panic. That's what I'm going to do. Even though I'm obsessing a little bit more about time, I'm still, like, my primary goal of these runs is to get better and more consistent about my death count. I'm tantalized by the sub-hour mark, and I am excited to see my time improving alongside my death count, but I'm definitely more interested in just getting more consistent about recovering and which begs the question of why I rushed that spot so badly and took an unnecessary death. Wow. And I think the main reason for that approach is that regardless of what my goals are, deaths rattle me. Like, if I die in a spot that I feel like I shouldn't be dying, I'm very inclined to die again shortly after in an effort to, like, rush and make up the lost time. So getting consistent is going to be a big factor for me. I mean, obviously. But getting consistent about my deaths, even though I've learned that, like, right now, so my previous personal best was like 1 hour and 3 minutes, and it had 44 deaths. And my current PB is 1 hour and 22 seconds with 48 deaths. So I know that the death count is kind of secondary, depending on how long each death takes you. But it's still what I feel like I have to chip away at the most in order to play well. That was all ugly. Okay. Oh, I knew I would. It's funny. Pretty much anytime I say that I'm not dwelling on stuff as much, you can rest assured that pretty soon I'll be dwelling on stuff. So right now, what am I doing? I'm dwelling. Loads. Loads and loads of dwelling on these very silly deaths. Alright. I'm still slow on that part, but I'm finally getting to a point where I'm not dying on it, so I feel good about that. Don't know why I waited there, or there. I don't want to dwell too much on the point, because if you have by any chance watched me play before, you've heard me say this a number of times, but the parts of this game that require timing, particularly Chapter 3, like, I don't know how to do them quickly. Or if I do, like, I just freak out and psych myself out and go early. So even though I hate how slow it feels, I tend to just wait until it feels right for a lot of these parts. Jabroni. Knew I was dead there. Bad place to die in terms of time, but second run was good, or second attempt. Okay. So Chapter 4 is an interesting one for me, because I really loved it the first time I played it, but it was one of the harder sections for me, and therefore once I started replaying it, it was one of my less favorite sections. But now that I've gotten kind of used to most of it, I love it again. Like, the wind parts are still not necessarily my favorite mechanic. But it's so beautiful, and the music is great, and the non-wind mechanics are pretty fun. I have no explanation for what I thought was going to happen there. Just thought somehow I was going to make it all the way up to that upper left corner without a refresh. Not really sure how to explain that. But there it is. That's the way it went. Like, these in particular, I kind of hated these parts the first time I played. I didn't hate them. I still had fun with the game, but they were really frustrating for me because it took me forever to figure them out. And now that I know how to do them, like, they're actually really... I take it all back. I hate this level. God. See, that feels so smooth and cool now that I know how it works. Even that part, which makes me nervous every time that I'm going to miss it. Like, it actually lines up really well once you know how to line it up. Okay, now we've got the real wind. And the snowballs, and I forgot to do my new shiny wave dash strategy there, but that's okay. I'm telling you, I need to not say nice things about things, because, like, I had a run, my run yesterday, I died twice here. Like, twice in the entire chapter. I think I'm on 7 right now. Sometime I'll have to try to do a run again off stream. Most of my game has been streaming lately. And I think I do distract myself by trying to talk about it. So I'll have to see what kind of run I can come up with if I just play. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe then I'll be like too psyched out and in my own head. Maybe the streaming is helping. What do I know? Whee! Best part of the chapter. Where the wind becomes really fun. Love that part. Alright. 5. Okay. That's not bad. I am then at a total of how many deaths? 10. Okay. I think that's where I was on my run yesterday. Not sure where I was time-wise. My mirror temple yesterday was not great. So this is an area that I have some potential to... I mean, really, I don't have much potential to improve until I get to the boss. But we'll definitely have potential to improve on the boss. I should learn what that thing is called so I can refer to it properly. I never have looked it up. Well, that was a dumb death. Oh, come on. I hate when I struggle with this part. It's not a part that there's any reason to struggle with, but for some reason sometimes I mess that part up, as you just saw. Okay. I think I have to go over. I'm not 100% sure I have to go over, but it feels like I have to go over. If there's a way for me to avoid going over, it is above my current knowledge and skill level. It's funny, there are parts of this game that I really liked when I first played and that are slightly more annoying on the speedrun version. And, what the hell was that? But that part before this was definitely one of those where, like, there's 4 cutscene dialogues in a row immediately after a part where you're in free fall and can't control it but can't skip. Like, that part's just kind of annoying. I don't know. I thought it was really cool in the concept of playing it through for the first time. But it's a little annoying now. Okay, I would say that I'm not going to do better on this guy than I did yesterday, based on so far. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to approach these rooms. I think on that one, maybe I really am best to just go down first. I like that part because it's easy and really consistent. I normally don't have a problem with this one, but obviously right now I'm struggling. Okay. Not that it's like over or anything, but definitely this chapter has not been as good so far as it was yesterday for me. Thank you for finally doing something helpful for me. Alright. I've said it before, but that guy, I just like... Even though, again, I think he's fun. I think this boss is cool. This whatever enemy this is. But I have a very hard time coming up with consistent strategies for him. Just because it feels so finicky. Like, every one of my movements can affect, like, what he's doing. So if I'm not perfectly consistent, then I just have to adapt a lot. So I end up just not really having a plan and instead just planning on adapting a lot. But this has been a bad chapter for me so far. Hey, I finally got that on the first try. That alone can honestly make up a lot of time for me, because I usually struggle on that for 2 or 3 lives. Leave me alone. Give me a chance to miss you. Say goodbye, it'll make me want to kiss you. Love you so much more when you're not here. Watching all the bad shows, drinking all of my beer. How does that make you feel, guy? Alright. I definitely had a very bad boss yesterday, like, from here on. So there's definitely room for me to make up some time here. That is by no means a guarantee that I will actually do that. What? Dang it, that was perfect until it wasn't. I need to remember to just do that, to just backtrack a little bit and hit him. It can save a lot of time in terms of as opposed to dying. That could have been really good. I kind of messed up the advantage it was going to give me, but still really good for me. Really good compared to yesterday. Aw, are you kidding me? Oh, come on, dude. Oh well, no biggie. Okay, fine. That all worked out. Oh gosh, let me out of here. Let me out of here. Oh. Jesus. Well, I mean, honestly, this has been really sloppy and crazy, but it's been the best I've ever done at this boss, honestly. We'll see if the last room screws me over or not. It has been known to do that. looks like I'm good. That was my first ever deathless run of that boss, so that helped a lot in terms of my time, I think. I think it also helps that I'm finally getting the habit of how to do that quickly-ish. That probably looked really sloppy, but by comparison with my early attempts at doing that fast, that was excellent. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's... Despite the rough early start, that's the best I've ever done at that chapter by far. I think my previous record in terms of deaths was 12. Or 10, maybe. This was 5, so I'm at a total of 15 deaths. Alright, bringing on reflection. Do your worst, but also, you know, don't do your worst. Be nice instead. This is... the last couple runs have been pretty good, but this is by far my least consistent chapter, historically. The feathers, I really, like, have a potential to flub a lot. And the boss gets me a ton, too. So the variance is yesterday I had my best run ever on this with only, I think, 5 deaths total for the chapter. However, I've also had runs where I died 50 times on this chapter, so it's very difficult to tell how this is going to go, but I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting more... How did I do that? I honestly, like... I didn't know it was even possible to turn that sharply on this. Okay, well... it's safe to say that we're not off to my best start for the chapter. Well, we're not off to... Well, this is pretty bad. I was going to say we're not off to my worst either, but it's pretty bad. This is my problem with the feather sections. Like, if I mess up once, I just flounder completely. There we go. We're going to recover, I promise. I really don't promise, but I hope. So far, we are in the process of recovering, as opposed to getting worse. Haven't done that in a while. What frustrates me about that particular failure is I'm not sure what I did that caused it. Got mixed up about which part I was in, so that was a slight loss of time. That was almost a miss, but hey. Fine. Okay, well, I haven't died there in a long time. really bad at this part, and I can't explain why. Call that a save. Shouldn't have been necessary, but it was, and I did it. Okay. Let's see what I've got today for this part. That was weird and crazy and risky, but alive, so success. Oh, what was that about, Jason? That was easily avoidable, and a really dumb way to die, all things considered. Oh, I've just straight up went over. Alright. Now I'm rushing to my own detriment. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, I can wave dash that. Oh man, well, I'm learning something here, so that's good. That will make that part significantly more consistent for me, actually, until I do that. God, okay. I can go under all of it! Holy crow. Holy crow, I say. Okay, well, this is not good. I think I was finishing the boss fight at about this time on yesterday's run, so that doesn't bode well for a personal best, but I feel like I learned something good for future runs here. Actually, that's not true. I wasn't finished yet. I'm definitely behind where I was, but I was not finished yet. I think I finished at 42, so... Shoot up here, buddy. Finally, I've figured out... I mean, sometimes that lines up really well for me, but I finally figured out a way to recover there when it doesn't. It used to be that if that didn't line up perfectly, I was just screwed and was gonna die. So I'm actually not sure. I might be getting mixed up about my timing, and I might be ahead here of where I was yesterday, I should say. Mm. 12 deaths. I mean, that was definitely a much worse reflection than my yesterday. Yesterday, I think my death total was 6. But 12 and... So I'm at 27 deaths right now. I've got about 17 minutes, 16 and a half minutes to beat the summit if I want to break the hour mark. That was a really bad start on that plan. That was, I don't know, I thought that was going to help, but obviously you are probably watching and going, how would that have helped? And I'm shaking my head at myself, because I do have a shot at sub-hour here. Or I did, and I might very well have just ruined it right off the bat. Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say that this will be very close to a personal best, but not quite. Let's see what happens. It's certainly possible if I have a pretty good, like, my best time on this chapter is a little over 16 minutes. So this is completely doable if I manage to replicate my best effort. What did I think was going to happen there? Oh, really? No? I absolutely can't line that part up right on the first pass. I can line it up fine on the second pass, but I have not been able to figure out how to line it up on the first pass. Oh gosh, that should have probably been a death there. Made up for it there with my really thoughtless behavior. I really just need to grind this part in practice a lot. I can save so much time here if I figure out consistent, good, right-away type strategies. Why did I get the diagonal? No! That was so good. I've been trying to work on this part. And that was exactly what I wanted, except I went diagonal by accident at the last jump. And what I'm learning is that even though that was only one death, like, that has the potential to completely destroy my time here because it was a long death. I think I made up for it there, which I did abnormally quickly for me. thought I had messed that part up. Oh, okay, well that probably would have done it if I was otherwise good. That was probably enough to make it so that I was no longer good. Okay. Dang it. This is one of the like low-key hardest parts for me. Just like lining up those angled ones. I'm sure there's something I could be doing to make it easier, but I don't know what it is yet. That could be a problem. Oh, just barely wasn't. Oh, what was that? Oh, that one hurt my soul a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So did that one. Can I save it? Is it worth saving it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but I'm gonna save it because then it'll feel good. That might have been a time loss to save that. I don't know. Yes! Holy shit, I don't think I drew a single breath in the last 30 seconds of that. I did my one harsh inhale of and then I just stared at my screen and sub-hour. Oh, that feels good. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful thing right here. 59-43, 40 deaths. Personal best on all fronts. Definitely my best summit. I think my previous best summit was 1620. Bad reflection. Everything else was pretty good. None of it was my best. So I have beat Celestial Resort with 0 deaths. I have beat Golden Ridge with 0 deaths, or with 2 deaths. I think is my best there actually. I beat Mirror Temple with. Mirror Temple was really good, except for the few early deaths. That might have been my best Mirror Temple overall, actually. Reflection was pretty good, but it was bad compared to what I did yesterday. But the summit was enough to make the difference. And frankly, just my Forsaken City was really smooth and clean. You know, every little bit helps. The time I lost yesterday on Forsaken City and Old Site would have made enough of a difference for a personal best. But yeah, that summit, okay. Sub-hour, I feel really, really good about that. And whew, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'm definitely going to call it for now because I'm hungry and got to figure out what I want to eat. I'm probably going to try to upload this one to YouTube because it's the best run I've ever done, and I honestly didn't know if I could do this without researching better strategies, so now I'm in the top 1,600 times on this game. That's nice, right? Anyways, new personal best, I'm excited about that. Sub-hour, I'm excited about that. If you've been watching, I really appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by and checking me out. My name is Jaffa. I stream every once in a while, and I would welcome your company if you'd like to follow me. In that case, I will see you next time, or not. Peace out.